Hello and welcome to Star Fox Assault. Ready for takeoff indeed! Here we are at Star Fox Assault. I'm your host, Turbo C. Star Fox Assault, a game made for the GameCube after the rousing success of Star Fox Adventures, if you couldn't tell by the cat lady from the opening. Her name is Crystal. If you aren't familiar with her, I'll explain some things, so don't worry. Star Fox Assault, it's tries to go back to the mainstays of the Star Fox series, and it's made for, I guess, audiences who kind of grew up with it, with a little bit of a darker story maybe, and a little bit more difficulty. But I'll show that as we go along. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to be playing on bronze level just because silver and gold, they're just adding more difficulty, and I'm not too great at this anyway, so might as well keep it as easy as possible for me. Nothing really changes with the silver or gold levels, except more enemies and less health.
Remnants of Andross's butchers. You've kept us busy, but now your end is at hand.
No quarter! Show these dogs we mean business!
All ships, battle formation V. Break through the center. The Cornerian fleet has broken through our front lines. They're everywhere.
Think you're tough, eh? In that case, it's secret weapon time! Stealth Squadron, open fire!
It's always great to announce that you're going to use your secret weapon before you actually use it.
Stinking ape! We underestimated the strength of his reserves.
Detecting gate transmission outside the combat sector. Fox? Command! This is Star Fox team!
Team Star Fox, ready for duty.
Leave these losers to the pros! We'll beat them in no time!
Even Slippy's teammates give him that nod of, do we really want him to be with us?
Well, Fox, looks like we're not too late.
Yep, of course, General.
It's just so crazy! I can't believe Andross had so darn many troops left behind.
They're almost all common scum, in it for the money.
They're quite dedicated for a bunch of hired guns.
The leader of this rebellion is none other than Oikonny.
Okay, I see now. So we're here because...
We're here because we gotta put this creep on ice.
Yes, you must take him
Star
down.
Fox is the leader
I'm counting
somehow.
on you. Now, get prepped and go.
Let's
Doesn't
go,
even
team.
know why he's here. Slippy is still comedy relief if you haven't guessed.
Oikonny is no pushover, so be careful out there.
Rob's just pretending to push buttons in the background.
The outcome of this battle hangs on you, team. Are you all ready? Launch all ships.
So our R-Wings are back with a little bit of a graphical upgrade, and we'll get to see how they play just now.
All ships, avoid the Armada's fire. Aim for Oikonny's flagship.
Here we go!
Hey, Slippy, don't get cocky.
So, kind of the same stuff that you're used to.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble!
If you didn't play Assault, Slippy, of course, gets caught immediately.
I thought I was a goner.
Or, if you didn't play Adventures. That little thing up here, that's dual lasers. A little harder to notice the graphical upgrade, but it's fine. So you might be wondering, why is Peppy giving us orders now? Well, he retired after I guess Adventures. I don't know. I never really finished Adventures, so I'm not sure how that ended. I know Falco came back, obviously. And I think he came back in the end, not to spoil it for anyone. Yeah, of course, these things can be destroyed. Usually takes a lot more hits, but on bronze, it's just one charge shot.
Excellent. The enemies are
A lot of enemies, not shooting at you, obviously.
Some kind of prototype?
That beam's devastating. Watch out!
So yeah, a little more, maybe bronze was a mistake. You didn't even get to see him at all. So yeah, well, I get to explain a little bit more then. Maybe I'll play bronze or silver on the next medal. Anyways, that little enemy was a little nod to Sector Y, I believe, from Star Fox 64. I'm trying to use less charge shots now. It's referenced, little nod to Star Fox 64. You'll see them everywhere, especially because pretty much all the music in this game is remixed from Star Fox 64. So,
use this.
Great little nod. You can tell that they... Oh yeah, parts of these can be destroyed. That's a save point, I think. Not a save point.
Something on radar. Head ahead, I'm coming this way.
Halfway point.
Look out, folks. Try out your bombs,
Checkpoint.
folks.
Yeah, bombs, I don't tend to use them that much. That might be why I'm pretty bad at this game. Just because I'm just one of those people that saves them a lot.
Firefox, eh? Work him over.
You never really need them to use them too much in 64, but it always helped. In this game, it's just sort of, you never really feel the need, I guess, except on bosses. Anyways, I was kind of talking about what's been changed in this game. Obviously, new R-Wing, trying to go back to more of the R-Wing sections instead of their on-foot puzzle section, RPG adventure like they did in Adventures. Anyways, our boss right now, Andrew Oikonny, if you might remember from Star Fox 64, he was on Team Star Wolf. And Fortuna, also something from the Star Fox universe. I don't think we exported in Adventures, but we've exported in Star Fox 1 and Star Fox 64. So it's a little bit of a familiar terrace.
Follow him into the atmosphere. Adjust G diffuser system output. Let's go.
I think Fortuna, that's where you had the first, like, sort of free roam section if you took the easy route in Star Fox 64.
But he may be lying in wait.
It's where you first met Star Wolf.
I want all of you to proceed with caution.
I think that's where they,
Worrying a bit much, aren't you, Gramps?
military base of the Cornerian army is. I mean, apologies ahead of time, but I'm going to be talking over these guys a lot. Well, maybe not a lot, but every now and then, because they're just going to be talking about their G diffusers and stuff that's just sort of filler text. So, right now we're hunting for Oikonny. You might remember him from Star Wolf. So, this takes place 1 year after Star Fox Adventures. The remnants of Andross's troops are trying to be gathered from Oikonny, who is Andross's nephew. Sorry, gotta save Falco again. Remember how I said this is a lot of nods to Star Fox 64? The only thing that it's very different, it strays a bit from the Star Fox mainstays, it's a linear game. There's no branching paths or anything like that. Anyways, back to Oikonny. He left Star Wolf. Why did he leave Star Wolf? Well, obviously he wants to be the heir to an empire, so that's what we're doing now. But he's kind of fighting a losing battle, because he only has the remnants of Andross's troops. By the way, destroy those containers when you're playing, they always have something nice.
That makes us even.
Falco always being his little tsundere self, if I say so.
This must be it.
Huh? Look out! The enemy's waiting for us!
Anyone else always feel that the enemy waiting for us in these games was never actually anything dangerous? It was actually just more chance to get points. And maybe that's kind of what the developers were intending. After all, this is still a Nintendo game, so it's not Nintendo's being, oh no, here's a hard game for people. Here's your ambush. Gotta dodge roll and things like that. It's just, you know, still a Nintendo game. It's more difficult, as it's kind of hard to show that off on bronze. I did my practice run on silver. I died about twice on the first stage, so that's why I decided to do bronze, but maybe that's a little too easy.
Enemy ship down!
They always sound so excited when they get one enemy ship. It's like, great job, guys. Of course, Fox has to be proud of Crystal, because like he's her boyfriend now or something like that. I also love that these little guys still move around when you destroy their bodies.
There he is!
And there's Oikonny!
You've got nowhere to run to, Oikonny.
Ah, persistent little pest, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you can still do your dodge roll, your air Leon roll, your whatever it is, barrel roll.
Let me show you my true power!
Oikonny, you ignorant ape. What are you up to?
Careful, Fox. You never know what a cornered beast might do.
Peppy acting like he's a serious threat. First off, he's the first boss. Secondly, he was a joke in Star Fox 64. He's a joke here.
I must bring an end to our relationship. Die! Ha 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 ha!
You think you can win? Don't make me laugh.
And if they couldn't remind you of Star Fox 64 enough, here's an Andross clone, which is pretty fitting considering he's Andross's nephew. Falco even points that out. Just gotta destroy his arms. I'll kill that one a little slower. The fist homes, before you destroyed the arms, they would do a little slap that it would always be on the bottom of the screen. They do a clap also. Now they just do the claw. Whatever. It's an easy boss. It's meant to be easy. You don't even have to destroy his head.
Is that all you got?
Dude, I destroyed you in 10 seconds.
I am the one and only true heir to the great Emperor Andross, the new Emperor, Andrew Oikonny, Uncle Andross.
What?
I really love that scene right there. Because if you thought this was going to be more like Star Fox 64 fight against the Empire, fuck no.
No, it can't be.
Aparoid, Aparoid, Aparoid. Aparoid? There's no time to hesitate. Return fire.
So here's the Aparoid, the first, I call him real enemy of the game.
That's it. It's working.
Okay, the guys would tell you what to do. Normally you'd shoot at the face or whatever, but you got glowing weak points on the wings. Obviously that's what you're supposed to shoot. I guess I'll play around for a little bit so you can hear their flavor text. But it's just a little bird. Or butterfly. Yeah, sometimes he'll do this. This is pretty easy. He just does stereotypical patterns, X, cross, things like that. His eyeballs will do little not homing shots, but directed shots towards you.
It's too early to celebrate. Look.
Yeah, we know it's too early to celebrate. Slippy's scanning says we're fine. So now he's got a little mouth open. You gotta shoot at that. Normally that's not what you're looking towards right now, though. Normally you're looking at all these little things aiming towards you. And I keep forgetting that right trigger doesn't let you do it in this game.
Just something creepy about this guy.
So this is an Aperoid, if I didn't mention already. And by the way, that's all the 2 attacks that he's got, so... Oh, crap. He's got a little sliver of health, give me that. Oh yeah, he's got this stupid thing again. He keeps his mouth open though, so you can kill him right there. He keeps his mouth open when he does the little meteor attacks too, so you can shoot him up there normally. He normally just cycles through doing the lasers and doing the meteor attack. Pretty simple boss, as long as you can avoid his attacks.
Somehow, we beat it.
Meteor's the hardest.
What a strange creature. Wait, what's that?
But yeah, that looks like an organic sort of fighter, not something we normally see in
Fox.
Star Fox, except for that Soleil or whatever planet, the Sun planet in Star Fox 64.
Whoa, we got company.
Fox, grab that thing and get out of there.
If you didn't notice, there's some little thing in its core that Peppy wants us to grab. But man, do we got some Aperoids on our tail.
All ships are home. Not a bad start.
Good work, team. Come on up to the briefing room.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job.